Hello, everybody. How you doing? Welcome aboard. Sorry for being late. We are having some technical difficulties. It's our first time setting up Minecraft to play like this, and so we're trying to get Dyson and ButterMan on, and so that's a little bit of a challenge right now. But we thank you guys for joining. Hi, Ann. Hi, Wime. I hope I'm saying that right. And Prime Star. Hey, how you doing, man? So thank you for hopping on. Hopefully we'll have a little bit of fun. And I wonder, is that? No, that's our skeleton horse. So we wanted to do a little bit of a tour, and we will be joined by ButterMan and hopefully Dyson by the end of this. Apparently Microsoft thinks that she's 12 years old again, which is not the case. So we're trying to get the family settings figured out, and we're going to do just a bit of a world tour, maybe hopefully finish up a couple of the projects that have been unfinished on this world. This world is actually our second Minecraft world. The first one ran for, since like 2012 to not all that long ago, and it went through so many different kinds of updates and everything that anybody who's played Minecraft for a long time probably knows the problems that happen when they add stuff to the game. And here's my dude, by the way. I think there are probably 900 other people out there that look just like I do, but so when Minecraft adds anything new to the game, especially when they change the world generation, which happened to us a number of times, you have to go farther and farther and farther out to find parts of your world that are not loaded, right? So that haven't been generated in yet. And so, hey, thanks. Do I have a cape? Let's see. Yeah, there we go. That's the... we'll bribe you guys to switch over to the Minecraft or the Microsoft account, cape. But yeah, so when they do those updates, it's something where you have to go farther and farther out. And so the old world we had before this one had gotten to the point where it just didn't make sense anymore. We had to go tens of thousands of blocks out to find anything. And so that was something that that became a pain. So we decided to make this new world. We played on here for a little bit, and now they're coming out with a really cool update apparently next week. And so I think on the 8th we're going to do a live stream. This time we'll definitely have everybody. We're going to start a new SMP server, and that's a survival multiplayer server. And then we'll be able to start a new world based on the new version. So like I said, just wanted to look around a little bit from here today. So I guess first things first, this is Pawthorn. This is my dog. Everybody in Minecraft needs a dog. And I need to quickly remember how to use the controls here. And let's see if... ButterMan, are you with us?
Yes, I am.
Awesome. Hello. Down here, some birds that we found. Some cats. We do collect animals to a certain extent. As you can see, this place is not really filled out. We do have some chain armor, which is something that you can't craft, you have to find. So, but this was never finished, and this is my little house that we built. So we're going to go out the front. I'm going to go see if I can find ButterMan real quick, and we'll see what's... Did I see a gamer tag there? Yeah, looks like ButterMan is coming. Hello, ButterMan. How you doing?
Hey, hello. I'm doing well. It's been a while since I've been on here.
That's an interesting chain you have there.
Yeah.
I feel like it's 1985 again. Hi, Susie. How are you doing? Thanks for joining. Hi, Dyson. Were you able to get on? Oh, no. Okay, so it looks like Microsoft is keeping us from having Dyson join today. So That's very, very sad. We will show you, however, what Dyson has been working on. It's over there. That's actually her tower, but she has a project over there that she was working on and made out of clay, terracotta. So it has not, you can't see it, but as I move farther that way, you'll definitely see it, and it was pretty cool. Yeah, he is dripped out, isn't he? So once again, hi Susie, how you doing? Thank you for joining us. Looks like when we left off here, somebody was, probably me, was curing copper, so getting it to turn green. For some reason, everybody likes building out of copper, but this is what it usually looks like, and nobody uses that. Everybody wants it like this, so that's kind of funny. Let's see, there went ButterMan. Where should we start the tour, do you think, ButterMan?
I think let's start with your house.
Okay.
Then go through the village and all of that.
Okay, cool. So this is my house. It's a humble little abode. And before anybody says anything, yes, I realize it looks like a cow. And no, that was not intentional. So, yeah. I believe the other side looks like a cow too. But it does look like a cow. In this location we are, and we'll need to watch out for creepers and stuff, because as we were getting set up, it was cycling through night, and obviously no one was sleeping. So let's see, what type of weapons do we have? Oh, I have a skeleton bow. Cool. So we'll just kind of hop through here, and there we go. Once again, like I said, getting used to the controls. So one of the things that they had added in the world was these types of blocks, so the tough, and then these darker types of cobble. I forget what they're called. We have a dock out here, and wow, the lag is real.
Hey, Darby, we have a slight echo on stream.
Do we?
Yeah.
Let's see. Is that better? Let me see what I can do about that. Do we know whose voice is echoing?
I believe mine is.
Okay, so...
Oh, mine is good now.
So, Anne, is my voice still echoing? How about that? Is that better? So yes, that's better. And sorry, real quick, is that better? No, it's slight. Okay. So let's go ahead and try... Is there an echo now? Or does this sound okay? Anybody? Okay, it's good now? Okay, so what about when I do this? Okay, and so let's see, can we get okay, cool. And how about if we get ButterMan? Can you start talking?
Hello. Do I have any echo on my audio?
We'll let everybody let us know. Oh, and it is dark, so I think I'm gonna run up here. I think we have things set so that only one person has to sleep in order for it to...
Yeah, I have a little bit of audio. Like feedback.
So a little bit?
Yeah.
Okay, so do this. Move the mic closer to you. And I will do the same. So let's see if that works. Thanks, chat. So just let us know if this worked. If not, we'll keep trying. I used to be able to shoot these guys. And let's see who else popped up during the night. So I'm sure everybody is familiar with okay, so is it still tunnely? How's this? Is that better? Okay, it's working now? Good. And ButterMan, why don't you give it a try as well?
Okay. Does mine sound tunnely?
Okay, so just play. Okay, if it gets irritating, everybody let us know. Let's
Yeah, because you still have the slightest amount of tunneling from what I'm picking up.
I do?
Yeah, but I don't know if people will completely hear what I'm hearing.
Okay, so yeah, your mic is picking me up. That's what the issue is. So it's coming through both of the mics. Let me just check this real quick. So ButterMan, why don't you tell a little bit about the history of our Minecraft servers?
Okay, so we started playing back in 2012. I believe it was in November. And we first did the mobile edition, and back then we were sort of scared of the game, as sort of people were in that time, because no one really knew the game yet. However, pretty quickly we came to the Java edition, and when we did that, Darby started up the first Daddy World, and that was sort of our first real playthrough of Minecraft. That was like in 2013, I believe, is when that world was made, so it was pretty old, and we did not have all the cool features and stuff that we do today back then. I remember though, spawn was pretty optimal. It was next to a desert village, so that was the first time we'd seen a village, and also it was sort of just the first time we'd really interacted with deserts because of the mobile game having a limited map at the time. From there, we kept on playing for many years. However, with the update that added the deep dark and all of the big caves, we thought it would be a good idea to make another world and to start from there. Because at that point, we were missing a lot of the newer stuff, and you'd have to move out 10, 20,000 blocks in a direction to get any new generation, because we had basically gone through like a good 15,000 by 15,000 block area around spawn. I don't know if we'll ever do a tour of the original world, but I'm pretty sure we still have the files on it.
Yeah, if you'd like to see that, let me know, and we'll just convert it from a server setup to something that we can run locally, and we'll show you through there. I mean, there were places where we leveled mountains we were in the mountains, so we leveled them, entire mountains, to make flat areas so that we could do stuff. And so ButterMan would pull out the TNT and blow stuff up, and I would fill the holes back in with dirt. But okay, so I think we're gonna go with it right here. Like I said, if it gets bad on the sound, let me know, and we will do everything we can to make that better. So here is the dock, and you'll notice that there are two boats. My chicken crawled in by himself, and so I would always take him with me when I would go across the water to find stuff. And then one day I came back and I noticed there was another boat there sitting with another chicken. So ButterMan also got a chicken. So those are our buddies that we take around. I'm not sure if they're named. Let's see. So in making this, I just wanted to try to make something a little bit different than normal, using some of the newer stuff. And this is about as far as we got. This is probably first diamond pickaxe. And so this, I forget what this room was going to be, probably some type of lounge or something. Bedrooms upstairs, and we have storage upstairs, obviously. So storage in here, which has nothing because we kind of have nothing. This would be the bedroom. And you already met Pawthorn. So we'll hop down here. And then out here is where we keep crops for the horses, and a couple horses here. And I don't believe they've been named at all, but they are tame. And so we've got some stuff for them there. So as you probably know, in Minecraft, one of the most important things, not llamas, one of the most important things are villagers, right? They help you to be able to get lots and lots of cool stuff. So we were extremely far away from any villages. And so to fix that, ButterMan and I went and we got a couple villagers and brought them over.
Yeah, that was a whole expedition.
We had to do it twice. The first time the villagers died like just before we got here. The second time we were able to get them here. But there are some watermelons, and we have pumpkins over here. So just a simple setup. They grow back pretty quickly. We probably have, yeah, we have lots of stuff in here for that too. So when we brought them back, we're like, well, let's go ahead and make them a village. So we made a village for them, and didn't take that long. So this is that. You notice that there are a lot of golems out here. The golems protect the villagers, right? They like lose their minds whenever a villager gets hit. And so we have enough torches out right now to keep most spawns from happening. So mobs that will come in, try to attack stuff. But I think we had one villager, one golem here. But what happens is, if there are 3 villagers that see something that scares them, so like a zombie or whatever, then it will spawn in a golem. And so over time, as nighttime has gone by, zombies and stuff would spawn out there, and other types of creatures like skeletons. And actually one of these golems looks like he's hurt. Where is he? And the fact that he's hurt means that something was spawning out there, and it was probably, yeah, this guy. He was probably being shot at all night by a skeleton. But they spawn in these golems, so apparently they've been scared a lot. We didn't make any of these. But here are the villagers. They each have different jobs. If you thought the poop sounds on... hey, Idris, how you doing? If you thought the poop sounds on Ark were bad... yeah, try that. And that was a zombie sound. Oh, I know what that is. So they each have their houses. For villagers, you basically just need to give them beds and give them jobs. And from these different things that you make, a smithing table, other types of stuff, they'll get their job. So, for instance, these composters will make a villager become a farmer. And these barrels will make them become a fisherman and all that. So you can go up and you can trade for different type of stuff with them based on what their job is. Yeah, Susie, so many villagers. We have created some of them, and they've done the rest themselves. So, yeah, it's always interesting over here. But we also have, these are the free-range villagers, which is a great thing to have. But we also have something hidden. And each of them we tried to make, like, give a different type of house to. So if you look through, you'll see different houses and all of that. And, ButterMan, are you near
A bed?
bed? Yeah.
I can change that.
I think there's one. They're kind of laying all over the place.
No, not exactly.
No?
Actually, I say that, then I find a bed in the middle of the road.
There you go. So you see it says sleeping through the night. You use beds to reset it because the bad guys come out in the dark, which means nighttime. So there's a little bit of a secret in here. And yeah, that's where we went to open the door, had an axe in our hands, and stripped that wood instead. So you see they have beds. They'll come in here at night. But if you go down here, this is where the good trades are. So we have these traders in here. And you'll notice most of them are librarians. So Minecraft veterans know exactly what this is all about. These are the guys that will get us good books. So like mending, which helps you fix your stuff easily and all that. So this is where we do the villager stuff. In here, let me see. If you hear that sound, that is there for a reason. Let me go ahead and do this.
I forgot about this back section.
In here is our friend Zombifier. So we use this guy who lives in here to zombify the villagers, because if you do that, then what happens is you you can heal them and de-zombify them, and then they will like you more and give you better prices. So it sounds terrible, and it is, but that's the way we get really low prices for stuff. So instead of these being 19 emeralds to get, you know, loyalty 3, it's just 1. So, how many people have played Minecraft before? And this is all from that very first, you know, set of 2 villagers that we brought over here. I think actually these 2 are the first 2 villagers we brought over. So that's Mummy Villager and Daddy Villager. Yep, Dyson. You have spent a lot of time on these worlds. And I remember that you did play one time. The kids were fairly young. It was on the Xbox, I believe. ButterMan, why don't you give a recount of that particular scenario where Anne played?
So, we wanted to show our mom how to play Minecraft. And so we started up a world and started playing. And it was in the jungle, so we made a treehouse, as you're obligated to do. And we had some pets and stuff we brought up there. However, as we were messing around up there, we gave our mom the controller, and she started wildly punching things. And proceeded to nearly punch off all the pets. So we quickly took the controller and then explained how it worked in greater depth, and then tried again.
Yeah, it was funny. We have contraptions like this hanging around. That was fun. And what we learned is you have to be careful when you actually have a world that is based on a treehouse. So contraptions like this helps us get tons and tons of... what'd you throw?
An egg?
Oh, tons and tons of... I believe this is for crops. This is to make wheat, I believe. Yeah. And then we have over here a contraption that basically if you put stuff up in here, it goes down through and it becomes bone meal, I believe. Is that right?
Yeah, that's how it works.
Cool. It has been quite a while. So there's this. You'll notice a lot of llamas. we've never been to any place on this world that has llamas. Wild, I don't think.
We've only...
Sometimes wandering traders come through. And so, you know, sometimes they leave without their llamas. And, you know, we just adopt them because it's the right thing to do. And anybody who's played Minecraft will probably know the irony of that statement. Here's the back end of the house. Villages down there. We do have stables here. And so little stalls and everything out here. A lot of this was natural. So it was naturally here. We did add the podzol and stuff like that. Made a little water feature. And tried to make it so that these guys couldn't escape. So here are these dudes. We caught these guys out in the wild. And we do have a skeleton horse, which is cool. And so, you know, just trying to have some things that add a little bit more life to the world that you're on. We're not the hardcore builders that a lot of dudes on YouTube are. I know there are some really amazing people out there. I think you made a chicken. But, you know, we have fun. So, ButterMan, do you want to give a little tour of your towers?
Oh, sure.
Cool. And while we're on our way there, we'll talk about these things afterwards. We ended up in a really good location. So, you know, having spawners and stuff like that around that we were able to use, some of which we found right underneath our own houses. So you'll notice the foliage here is a little bit different. ButterMan built all this himself. Brought it up from the nether.
Yeah, so anything that's made out of, what is this, deep stone, deep slate? What is this called? I have some yeah, deep slate. Everything that's made out of the deep slate was sort of the first structure, and then I added on with the nether stone.
Here's our enchanting table.
Yeah, so down here, got smelting and all that. You'll find that whenever I place a furnace, I will have hoppers and chests connected to it.
Automation is key.
Yeah, if you can't tell, I do play Factorio, so that is something I've actually started in Minecraft as I played Minecraft before I played Factorio. Also, you don't talk about the chickens. This way?
Yeah, so we'll talk about these chickens in a bit. Let's see. Yes, Dyson and did almost kill a cat. And Susie will find the animal stable soon. How about that?
Up here. It's my bedroom. It's a room with a bed.
Yep. That's about as far as it goes in this world.
To go across my little bridge. Down here. Got an empty room. There's
another tower over here.
Yeah, that's the final tower. I'll show that at the end. In here, another room with a crafting table. We'll call it the crafting room. And then another crafting room. It's got a crafting table. Then up the top, got apparently another sleeping room according to this bed. But yeah, another portal.
Mm-hmm.
And I was pretty upset I hadn't bothered to center the portal so that whenever I would come out of the nether and return here, I'd be regretting my design choices. And if
we call that Minecraft OCD.
Yeah, I think it runs in the family. So this we'll start from the bottom, is my, so the tower I was building when we were, like, this is like the final thing I was doing on the world. So here is sort of where I do my crafting and my smelting and all that. Oh, I forgot I actually had quite a few resources in here.
Oh, that's where all the food went. I'm kidding.
It's empty. Then up here, they follow a similar trend, and it's basically tons of storage. Quite a bit of this, if not all of it, will actually be empty because I had not fully moved in yet, and I was just planning where I wanted things.
Of course, ButterMan has the best view on the server. Is there a bed in here someplace? Is that over here?
I have reason to believe I did not place a bed in the tower. Just hop outside. I've got a bed.
There we go.
Oh, you've got one? Cool.
Let's see. Where are the dolphins? Let's see. I don't know that we have captive dolphins.
We do not. In fact, I remember dolphin spawns were something we weren't really getting.
I mean, they're out in the ocean, but not around here. Okay, so which way, ButterMan?
Up. Head up the tower.
Up in the dark tower?
Yeah.
Oh, there's more. There's a good view of the village.
You have an even better view up here.
Oh, there's even more. You can see, yeah, lots of stuff from here. I don't think I've ever been up here. I think this is what you were working on.
When we were last playing.
Yeah. Once again, Minecraft is one of those things where you tend to play for a while and then stop playing and then play and then stop playing. And I think that Mojang is pretty smart about things because as they add stuff, they know that the usage of the game goes up, right? So they know that what they're doing kind of plays itself out after a while, but then as soon as they add something new and cool, people think it's new and cool. So there we have the village. You can see my house there. This that we were currently building, we see Dyson's tower over there. Here's that little nether forest that ButterMan had put together, the dock. And let's see, out here, there's a desert across this ocean. And we've been quite a ways out, actually.
Yeah. Come up here.
And we'll go up even more. Cool.
So, here's the top, and I was able to stop myself from building anymore. Over there, the little dirt ring was where I was supposed to begin building the next tower. However, when I don't know if it's in your render distance, you can see it's been repurposed, or actually more, it's been it's been taken by new guests.
Yeah, so if you guys see this device right there, that building, that's what we'll talk about in a minute. And let's see, can I make it out?
Well, you have something to show that out in the water. I forgot about the collateral damage.
So, like we're saying, we like automation. You'll notice clusters of chickens. On the previous world, so, you know, if the first server world we had, ButterMan made a chicken farm, which was in the shape of a giant chicken. And that was cool. It was funny. It looked neat. And it set a really good feel for the area it was in. And so we started building in kind of that style. Especially back then, you only really had wool to build out of that was colorful. And so the problem was that it was too efficient. And eggs just kept flowing out of it. And more and more and more eggs. The chicken farm is actually on the first world, Susie, that I'm talking about. However, this device, we had to decommission.
This is the outcome of
because
innovation.
As bad as it was on the other world, the giant chicken that was a chicken farm,
it holds nothing to this.
This thing was 100 times more efficient. So I noticed that we were getting server lag.
Yeah, let me... It's somehow still lagging despite it being off. Go ahead and come in. So basically the whole premise of this farm is that you have a bunch of chickens. Come up here. You have a bunch... I think I'm... So you have a bunch... Actually, come out here. I have a better way of accessing the... Basically, you have a bunch of chickens that are in a chamber full of water, and the water feeds down to a series of hoppers that will collect the eggs and throw them into chests. Pretty standard chicken farm, and it's more of an egg farm. And, you know, you'll go in there, you throw some seeds, and, you know, they create more chickens, and you'll go and you'll kill a couple chickens for meat, feathers, whatever. However, instead of just having the collection of eggs, I thought, well, what if I, from the chest, have another dispenser that puts... Well, actually, it was a dropper, so that way it wouldn't, like, crack the eggs. What if I had a dropper, throw eggs into a stream of water that fed up to a dispenser that threw the chickens back into the system? You see where this is going. So, when I had successfully created the exponential chicken machine that I had here...
So they would go up this way, and then come back down through the system, and then go up that way, and come back down through the system.
And you had more and more eggs. So this water column sometimes would just be full of eggs. Just the whole thing full of eggs. And these groups of chickens you see out here was I made a thing, like, as part of it, that every couple of eggs it would dispense one out into the water because of how many eggs you were getting. Think of it like venting, but for chickens. And a pressure release valve. I eventually had to add stuff into this machine. I've torn a lot of it apart because even with the, we'll say, safety protocol I had put on it, it wasn't enough. And this machine, I mean, Darby's got a pretty impressive computer, but it was no match for this.
There were... Oh man, it must have been thousands of chickens over here.
Oh no, we did an entity count, and it was like there was over 1,300 chickens in one chunk. I don't even know if that's legal, so... So, we had to dismantle this. And in dismantling it, there was storage. Because it was just all these hoppers that would feed things throughout the system. And so what would happen is, as you were emptying stuff out to get rid of the eggs, you would have the hoppers that would be filling the eggs back up, sending it up, and creating more chickens, that more eggs would flow down. And so it took us quite a while to decommission this thing. Let's see what's in all these. Yeah. And get rid of the eggs. You can see there's still some eggs hanging around, but it took so long to get rid of everything, and there were just so many there. And any chicken that you see over in this area is what's left that we basically didn't get to, that spread out. Oh, it looks like Dyson was able to get on. I can't help but notice that Idris would like a sacrificed chicken to the Kraken, so we can go ahead and clear up some lag.
Okay, we'll clear these guys out too. This may look mean, but it isn't. It keeps the system running better. And believe me, there are more where these guys... Okay, that's a baby. We'll leave that baby there. There are more where these guys came from. So we'll just swim through and pick up all of the things here. And what was actually happening was we were getting into a situation with the original thing where it would do a thing called entity cramming. And that basically means that there were so many chickens in one little space that they were killing each other.
Oh, I had to add a filter so you could get cooked food from this machine. It was cooking food.
Yeah,
So
right.
you could walk here and you could get cooked chicken and feathers for the villagers. Meanwhile, it was fully automated, just making more chickens, and they would grow. By the time that they were adults, they would entity cram, so you'd get more chicken.
And you
This was
couldn't catch
fully
up
automatic.
with it. It was basically like, okay, well, I want to destroy the server machine. And you flip the switch, literally, and just walk away. And, yeah, it was pretty insane.
And don't worry, on the next server, I will be making the Mark III. So, another chicken machine will exist.
You need to figure out one that can self-regulate.
Self-regulation is a state of mind.
Okay, and it looks like we're coming up on another day here, so we'll look at the chicken machine Mark II as we watch the sun set. So anybody who's played Minecraft before, what's your favorite part of the game? What are the things that you like doing? Is it PvP? Is it building? Is it exploration? Is it kind of the PvE aspect of it where you go and try to walk through the game and do all the Minecrafty stuff you're supposed to? Oh, there's Dyson. And apparently that's Dyson's pet. Yeah, go join your people. So let's see. Let's go ahead and we're gonna go hop over here, and you can see when we were going on the tour of ButterMan's towers, this gives you an idea of how expansive they actually are. I mean, it's kind of a maze from the inside, but from the outside you can see how extensive the system was, and so that's a pretty cool one. What was this? This was, yeah,
Sugarcane farm.
sugarcane farm, automated. So when these guys up here see that something grows up there, the pistons here knock it off and it goes into the system, and this will pick it up automatically. So standard sugarcane farms. Hi, Dyson. So Dyson will join us for the new SMP, and she will be on mic there as well. Hey, Riley, how you doing? So Riley, you've spent heinous amounts of time fishing? Yeah, before they nerfed fishing, we, like on the other world, you'll see if we do a tour of that we have an AFK fish farm. And so when you basically set it up so that it keeps clicking your mouse while you're gone, and fishing isn't just for fish. You can also pull out items. And so we would get tons and tons and tons of stuff that way. And yeah, so we have lots of hours there. I don't know how many hours we've spent playing Minecraft. It's way, way more than on Ark. But let's see, this is one of the things that we were making. So we kind of have this theme of old buildings going on, and so we wanted to use some of the new materials they had. And so entryway, we like these hanging lights and stuff. And coming through here, we're still building the structure of it, so we hadn't started to fill it out yet. And I believe down here we were going to... ButterMan, what were we going to put down here? So like
in the library?
Yeah, was it a library?
This area, I believe, it was going to go down to a trophy room.
Oh, okay. Then we can go up here, the second level. You can see these things are here just to keep light going as we build. We have these little areas here that we would decorate if we were going to continue on this world. Somebody, I think Susie, asked about the animal situation. Here are the animal pins. Some of them. We actually have some others over that way as well, which we'll get over to. And then up here, we have this. And we obviously hadn't finished the roof. This was going to be like a little office place for somebody. Out here, this ends up just being the entryway, but it also kind of plays a role as something that just adds some shape into the area and gives a different kind of light when it's at night. Coming over here, the building is not symmetrical, but theme-wise, it's pretty close, right? So, same type of thing, just a little room over here. Then up at the top, another little office. We'd probably top these off with towers. And then started to... the idea, once again, was that this was an old library, like maybe where monks had lived or something of that sort. Hi, Backtosh. How are you doing? Thanks for joining. I appreciate the kind words. I really think we should do a world tour of the first world because it's kind of interesting. You can see throughout it the difference in the building materials that we had available, right? So it starts out with like a lot of stone and oak wood and things like that. And then, you know, as you move through, you can see some wool start to be used, and then you can see some ButterMan running around. There goes Dyson. You can see some wool, and then you can see where different types of things started to show up, and then we, you know, got to the place where we were starting to build out of iron, and then starting to use some of the new colored blocks that had come in, and yeah, then started using a lot of automation. So, oh, I appreciate that, Bektosh. Yeah, we really appreciate those who subscribe, and you know, so just to kind of do another little introduction, the idea of this channel is just to go and live stream different kinds of games, so different video games, Minecraft, Ark, these types of things, and especially with each of those having a new version coming up, but also things like D&D and other types of tabletop role-playing games, other types of video games and things of that sort. We're going to have those on here, and actually I was able to do a little bit of stuff to get some of the older D&D stuff together, and then Dyson is going to help me set it up so that we can get it onto the Instagram account with enough explanation, and I know that there are some on here that participated, like Riley, and some explanation of what was actually going down at that time, so it's not just pictures of a bunch of minis. So, yeah, thanks everybody for joining. Please, if you haven't subscribed, do so. At 100 subscribers, we are going to do another special. We'll do something cool. Hopefully we'll do cool stuff before then, but going back to this would be like a huge library for a region. So if you think about, you know, like, and apparently it's going to be a chicken pen as well with those eggs being thrown down here. So if you think about the old libraries that would be in a given region, that's what we were going to build this as, in some place that monks would live, and so building that out as the idea here. I think we cleared most of this land to be able to do it. Have some animals in here. Set up some, you know, rock features and all that, you know, maybe something that looks like a Zen garden. And then, of course, have, I believe this room was going to be some type of storage. Then have the quarters of the monks as you go down these places. And I believe this was going to actually be kind of a mess hall type thing. Starting to remember. And so, yeah. probably what takes the longest is just gathering up the resources, because we do play in survival, and so don't typically do creative. I know that Dyson has had some creative worlds that she's done and have built some amazing stuff, but on this one it's all survival. So anything you see that is here is legit, and we had to go get it. And so yeah, these are the building materials we were using.
The amounts of blackstone I've mined, I can find it actually in the statistics. You might want to show that off, because it would give a good idea of how much we've actually done on this little world.
Let's see. On this world, for me, animals bred 1,100, barrels open 2,600, chest open 9,400, damage dealt 31,518. We do fight. Damage taken 3638. We do get hit. You can see that there are many kilometers that have been traveled, and we'll show you a little bit about that, some of the different places we have. But let's see, mobs.
Oh, these statistics, they are not complete.
No, I think they reset once.
Yeah, because
with an update or something.
I had like over, I think I had like over 100,000.
Yeah.
Broken. Yeah, that was.
You can see this is our hunting expeditions, getting blaze rods, getting food, fighting creepers. We probably have a lot of, magma cubes. This is from our nether mining expeditions. I got killed by a polar bear, apparently. Lots of salmon, lots of skeletons. We do have a, we do have some spawners, like we said. And then let's see. Those are crafting. So let's see if we can go. Shulker boxes. Distance walked. Yeah, items. Let's see.
Oh.
17,000 of the bone meal. A lot of wood. Let's see what else we have down here.
Darby.
Yeah.
We've been asked what the Instagram is.
We'll put it on the next one. I think it's actually Darby Topknot. I'm pretty sure. Dyson can probably put it in the chat, and it's on private right now. As soon as we get these first D&D things on there, we'll open it up. But yeah, absolutely, and then we'll have links in the description and things like that. So yeah, I think that some of these have been reset, the statistics, for whatever reason. Let's see. Yeah, lots of seeds. Yeah, we do move a lot of dirt. So this is just a place in the game that you can go to see what you've been up to, right? And you can get an idea of the amount of stuff you've gathered up or mined or whatever it is. But this is the entrance to their uncompleted building. And so let's go ahead and... Looks like we're having eggs thrown at us again. If you wonder where all the chickens come from, 1 out of 8 eggs that you throw on the ground will produce a baby chicken. And so you'll notice a lot of eggs get thrown around.
And that's why you need tens of thousands of eggs per hour.
Yeah. So it'll get loud over here. So this is where our pigs are. There's some more llamas. Blue sheep who probably got out at some point and we just didn't round them up. But when we first started on this world, this is the little hidey hole that we had. And this was the panic room. So during night, we'd go in here and hide. because Minecraft, all the bad, the monsters come out at night. And so if we hop up here real quick, we'll take a look down. So we have pigs here, and we have cows here, and we have this airlock in there so that, or sorry, sheep, so that when we go into there, they don't flow out, which sheep, for some reason, have a propensity for doing. And there's Dyson. Oh, you have some armor. Cows are over there, and chickens are even farther over. So you can see that it gets a little bit louder over here. So I think Dyson wants to show us her tower. So we'll go up there. I remember when Dyson first made this, I was like, whoa. Because it was such a different design that we had done before and looked cool. So here we go. Chains had just been made when this was done, so they just became a thing. She has nice views out this way and this way. All the requisite crafting items, the ability to create food right there, and oh, mutton. So all of these things are here. As we go upstairs, this would be the bedroom, and kind of looked like that was a armor stand, but that was actually the ButterMan. So some armor stands, and you can jump on the bed, and it does give you a little bit of a boost, I believe. And we'll go up.
I think this room is the best one.
You like this room the best?
Yeah, it's the dog room.
Yeah. So, I'm not sure what the doggy's named. Then it looks like she was building up to here. And then, up at the very top, you get a really good view of what's going on down there. So, once again, you can see ButterMan's towers over there. You can see the library. All of the animals down here. You can see the chickens are actually in here. Then we have a little farm here. And that's really all the farming we've needed to keep things going, aside from that super fast farm that we use over there to get the bone meal. And so this area right down here is where we started when we were doing things. And so I think after this, the first thing that we built was actually the village, and then started building out from there. And so what we'll do is Dyson has a really cool project going on over there. We have some stuff built over here that we'll go take a look at. And I guess before then, we'll talk a bit about what you see right there, the little place to go down, this room, and this room that are out here. You just bought Minecraft? I think we got it in 2012. I think that's when we started. It was right when we had come back to, or I had come back, and Dyson and Austin had come for the first time because they were born in Canada, and I'm from California. But we moved back here in 2012. And let's see if I can get out this door. There we go. And so it was one of the first things we did was get Minecraft going for everybody. Another escapee. It's funny, Minecraft is one of those games, you know, like if you take a look at Legos. Here are chickens, by the way.
You can throw with your offhands now. You can dual wield eggs.
You can dual wield eggs. So you see these little guys? This is all because of the food fight that's going on currently. I'm gonna come down here away from the noise. So Minecraft is one of those games, if you think of games that maintain their value, this is definitely one of those. You know, if you think about stuff like Legos, it's timeless. Everybody plays with Legos when they're a kid, right? I remember when, yeah, chicken fight, that's right, Susie. I remember when Dyson and ButterMan were tinies. We started them on Legos, and you know, there are two different ways you can approach Legos. One is you can either get the kits, oh, I want to make the Death Star, that type of thing, or you can just get blocks. And so we decided to get the blocks, because if you get the kits, then that's basically you put it together once, it becomes a toy that you put on a shelf. And so, you know, there's no real creativity in there. Whereas if you just get blocks, you create something new each time. And so we had a rule that you go ahead and you build, and, you know, everybody has to share and all of that. When you're done playing, you have to take all the blocks apart. And then you would come in, and so the next time you sit down, it's an entirely different, yeah, the Death Star Lego is cool. I think it has like a, what is it? It's got to be hundreds of pieces, maybe thousands. I think we had the pyramid at one time, Idris. And this is an interesting one. Oh, okay. So Dyson is gonna cheat for us and set the weather to clear, so that we don't have to deal with the sound while we're streaming. You know, we'd take it apart, and then each time you sit down with the Legos, it's a brand new creative experience. So that's the way I look at Minecraft as a sandbox world. You can go on there and you can literally do anything you want. You start up a world. You know, you don't have to go through these prescriptive storylines and all of this stuff. You basically just go, and there are things to do, and you can create your own things to do, and that's the beauty of it. And that's what's going to make the game timeless. That's why, you know, people don't really move away from it. They'll take breaks from it, but like I said, anytime they put anything new into it, everybody's back online. They go, oh yeah, I remember this. I really enjoyed playing this. So, you know, there's that. And I kind of see Ark is almost the same thing, where it does have a sandbox element. But hi, Dyson. Oh, Dyson's going to save us from all of the mobs. So let's hop over here. Minecraft is realistic. The rain did look real, yeah. So this, we were gonna move somebody over here, one of the villagers, to be a caretaker, I believe. And so we built this up, and I think we had an animal in here, maybe llamas, and I think they got killed by something. But the idea of this was just to make, you know, kind of a place that was an old caretaker's house. And, you know, like something, a lot of this world was supposed to be things that were left over from before, right? So from before we got here. And so it's grown up and gotten mossy and all vine covered. So if we run over here real quick, I'll just show you these things. Let's start here. So we found a couple things when I built my house. We found a couple things underneath. One of them was a spider spawner. And so in here, there is a spider spawner. So I believe if we... I don't think I have to pull any levers or anything. I think it just happens. And this is the spider sword. So it... yeah, so they start coming down. You grab this and you start just hitting them. They can't get you. You can get them. And they get washed down from this place that's in there. And there's a spawner up there. Typical setup that everybody has seen already. And then things start going into these chests there that you can gather up. So, what is this part? This might be... Yeah, this is for when we need to do maintenance. And so, that is where we get experience a little bit, but we also get a lot of string and stuff like that that we can use. Once again, kind of built to be like this is an older place that's just there from before.
You should show the skeleton farm, because that was sort of what we started using as a replacement of the spider farm.
Yeah, exactly. And so if you come down here, once again, underneath my house, you'll see that we found a cavern that leads out into the ocean. So, interesting stuff there. I think over here, we also have tunnels that lead to geodes and stuff like that. So, if we start going down there, but that's a whole different expedition. There are a lot of different tunnels and caverns and everything on this world. Maybe not as many as the original world that we were on, but certainly enough to keep you busy. So we just left this like that. Why you wish your builds were as good as these? Oh, I appreciate that. Like I said, definitely not Minecraft pros, but we've been doing it a while. This one here, so ButterMan was talking about how much Blackstone and stuff and all of that he had to do for that. And you'll notice there's more stuff over here.
Well, this was deep slate.
Yeah, deep slate, sorry. Blackstone's in the nether.
Yeah, the nether.
We have a thing there too.
It's good that the nether was endless, because that one section we were mining is so much netherrack.
So if you come down here, there are let's see, this has already been dug out. Where is the big place that we would go? It's not there. Here we go. This place is pretty endless. And all of this used to not be a cavern. This has all been dug out. So you can see that the mining has gone on getting all of this type of material. And there are just caverns and tunnels and tunnels and tunnels and tunnels that we have mined out to go and get stuff. Sounds like there's some lava around here. Like, for instance, this whole place used to be deep slate, and we've dug it out over time. So that's part of the joy of being on a survival world, is that you get to actually get this stuff legit, and it can take a lot of time. So let's see. How do we get back out of here? I believe we go over here.
Yeah, I didn't realize that that connects to the main entrance and exit. So you'll probably find that before you find the other way up.
Okay, there's that. There we go. So we'll just climb back up here. But this is one of the main mines that we've used. And we're lucky enough to have something that was so close to our bases. I don't think I've seen the Saturn rocket, Backtosh. Once again, hopefully I'm pronouncing it correctly. Everybody...
That was Idris.
Oh, was it Idris? Oh yeah, Idris, sorry about that. So those are these things here. So when you see something that looks like it's just a little building out in the middle of nowhere, it's probably hiding some type of mine or some type of spawner. And so speaking of spawners, we'll run over here like, ooh, mutton. Like ButterMan was saying, and we'll go take a look at the spider spawner. This is where we get, we found it by accident, so skeleton farm. It's down there. By the way, this is where we grow crops, and like I said, that's about all we've needed to keep things going.
Susie, Dyson does have a mic. It just needs to be set up, right?
Yeah, she'll be on mic on the, when we start the other world. So we have this room here, which this is where we go when we need to sleep through the night so that the villagers don't get attacked. And the actual spawner is this way, but it's closed up behind here for safety reasons and also to keep it dark. And so same type of thing. You come down here and it is basically an automated farm. And you can't stand here because they'll shoot you. And so if we come down here, you can see we just smoked a bunch of guys. The spawner sends them up here, and then it takes them across in water and drops them there so that they land with like 1 health left, so that you basically just have to hit them once. Then these carry them down, and eventually their stuff ends up over here. So once again, bone meal is a big thing because you need to grow lots of stuff quickly. Arrows are a thing, right? Because we shoot a lot of stuff. And so, let's see, I think I just have cleared this out. And yeah, so we'd cleared this out recently. Usually these are full. We do get armor pieces from here. We do get bows that some of them are enchanted. Some of them aren't, but you can combine these guys to make a full bow, which you can then make dispensers, I believe, with. So we reuse everything rather than making everything from scratch. And yeah, looks like we're building some stuff. Over here, this is just a smelter and... Right, so occasionally you get gold and stuff, so you can melt the gold down or the iron down here. And, you know, from the armor or whatever they happen to be wearing, so that we can get the metal from it. And so we'll scoot back up here. And what'll happen is you'll be down there and you have to pay attention to day and night, because you'll pop out and, you know, a couple days will have gone by of you just being down there, and this will be full of creepers. And so creepers, when you get near them, for those who don't know, they blow your stuff up. So they explode. Looks like Dyson is gonna sleep so that we don't have to. Little bridge. The nice view of the tower in the background, and then Dyson's tower here. And let's see. You can just start to make out Dyson's other stuff over here. But then we have over here, you'll notice many more llamas. So we do get... yeah, Susie, we'll definitely have it set up for the next stream. Did you not sleep? Where's the bed? You wanted to fight? Okay, we can fight some stuff when we go out to the other part down the trail over there. So we'll let it turn night and do that. We had some mushrooms that we grew over here. And so Dyson, I believe,
Yeah, it was
made
Dyson.
these buildings on top of them. And let's see, how do we get up there? Right here. And so it's like just a little mycelium tower complex. So pretty cool.
Darby.
Yeah.
Susie asks, what is your favorite part of this world?
Of this world? for me, it was probably the village. Because we were able to get those guys houses that look different from what they're usually in and get them set up so that they would breed on their own and be able to protect themselves with the golems and stuff. So I think that probably my favorite. Aesthetically, who's shooting? Who is that? Oh.
I mean, you still have to show the tavern, so...
Yeah, there is a tavern. But aesthetically, I think, I really think that ButterMan's towers look cool. I think that the stuff that Dyson is doing looks cool. I'll show you one thing I don't like. So I wanted to make a mushroom.
Oh, this.
And I'm like, okay, well, you know, I don't want it to be all ridiculously big. And it was too symmetrical. And it's just terrible. It looks like, you know, if you ever go to the dollar store and you find a really bad Christmas ornament thing that, you know, it's horrible. That's kind of what this is. But we needed a place literally to store dirt. So that's what this place was supposed to be. I think we used a lot of the dirt, filling some stuff in recently. But dirt and grass. So I'm like, oh, we'll put it in a mushroom. Yeah, it didn't end up looking very good at all. So, but, you know, we keep our mistakes as well. Tree farms. So we have oak, we have birch over there that grows, we have acacia, we have the conifer, what is that, spruce. And we also went out and were able to find some jungle saplings, and so we grow those here as well. So all of these things are out here. We have our sugarcane farm here, which is made so that you can just like run through it and knock everything down at the same time. Let's see. Yeah, those are the llamas. Like I said, we've never gone any place where they actually live. They always come to us with a wandering trader, and sometimes, you know, the wandering trader disappears for some reason, and, you know, we give them a nice home.
Yeah, mysteriously.
Yeah, they mysteriously disappear. Over here, we have some storage for plant goods, basically. Yeah. We were still at the stage of using stuff as we get it. So here's where we get the cocoa seeds.
Ooh, wandering trader.
Really?
Yeah, right here.
Oh, okay. Nobody watch. Look away, everybody.
Oh, look. 2 llamas.
Did he leave?
They don't have an owner.
It's amazing how they get abandoned all the time around here.
Yeah.
That's just a shame. We should probably take him in.
Yeah.
And give him a home.
Who would ever leave llamas out by themselves?
Yeah. So, we do get a lot of traders over here. Over here we have dark oak. And we have a cactus farm. So all of these things, and this is where we get the materials that we use to build. We dig them up from over there and we grow them over here. Over here by the llamas, we did go out and get this. So it took a little while to find the right ones. But we do have 2 goats. And as you hear, one is a screaming goat. Oh, he just ran in, rammed me. And that's their baby. One more scream? No. Come on, scream.
Oh. Yeah, and hit me too.
Yeah, he's not very friendly. So, yeah, those are the goats, and we're very happy to have them, even though they're bad-mannered.
Yeah, they're punks.
We do have a lot of these azalea trees. We found one place out in the ocean where there was this one azalea tree that was, can we fight next night? Yeah, we'll run out that way, along the path. So we have a path that goes a long ways away, but found this one azalea tree, which means that underneath it actually has a cave where you can find the moss caves and the moss and all of that stuff. So we so we climbed down there and we're able to bring back some saplings and all of that to make new trees. And over there, like right over there, we have a moss farm. You can see there's a witch hut over there as well. ButterMan built this building here.
It was going to be something then. I started building a tower.
Which I thought looked really cool. I like the way it hangs over the water. Here is kind of the main storage. And so we'll go upstairs first. So you can see in there. 3 levels. The top just comes out onto this balcony where we can look out over the villagers and take pot shots at mobs that pop up. Down here, we actually have the beginnings of a map. So this is a map of the world. You can see the towers over here. You can see the library has been started there. That would be my house here, the village. This is where we are currently. You can see the tavern. And there's this really big gorge over here. So we started putting this map down on here. And the way you do that is you go and you make a map, you go to the area you want to map, and then you do it. And then if you put it into an item frame, it will turn out like this. So, and I guess if we had over here a couple more, we'd be able to get Addison's new builds into the mix. Up here, these are places that we put stuff that we need to show up in dispensers downstairs. Yeah, more maps. And let's see, there is another way to get up into the 3rd level. This, we hadn't designated what it was going to be yet, but, you know, in the process of building. And then going back down here, this is where food goes, so you throw stuff in up here, and it will go down and automatically cook itself and end up down there. You can see all the different types of things we have. These are kind of miscellaneous weapons and stuff. This is, I believe, maybe this one's not automated. But this is where we do our brewing. Over here, you can see the different types of materials that we have. These are all of the brewing materials here. Different types of stone and building stuff. And then you can see here, we do go through a lot of these. You can see them actually coming down now. This is a automatic dispenser of arrows. And so if I take it out, it'll refill itself. Redstone components. Storage devices. And over here, we also go through a lot of torches. So that's the same type of setup. This is where we smelt metal and we smelt stone and stuff like that. So there's probably nothing in it right now. And Dyson, if you come over here, here's a ton of terracotta for you. And some... So there's that. Different building materials. And so this looks like we're getting into night. So I'll do this. And
Yeah, I know, Dyson, I know. Next night.
Well, we have a long way to go because we want to get out of the blast radius of the village. Dyson is very anxious to have a fight out in the wilderness. And so we'll start heading that way. First, we'll just run through the tavern that was being worked on. We do play D&D, so of course there's a tavern.
Every good story starts with a tavern.
Every good story, every adventure. So fireplace, these torches would go. We were gonna replace them with hanging lights and stuff, but this is a common room where somebody gets to come in here and eat. Back here is where you cook the food. Some storage back here for the workers to be able to make stuff. You know, so just tried to make it look like a place you would go to do stuff. It leads out onto a little walkout here. So a different way in, different way out. Same thing on this side. Then upstairs, we have a little bit of a different look. Some paintings and stuff, and then different rooms, right? So with different accommodations in them, so.
With beds that will not have villagers.
Yeah. Exactly. So, and that also won't lag things out. So all of that is over here. And then I believe you can go outside onto a little patio. So, there's the view. Kind of looks like at Howard Johnson's as you walk by these walls, doesn't it? Okay, so Susie wants a fight as well. Okay, I think I'm going to run out and I will just go and get some food so we can take a little trip over to some place that won't spawn in mobs on the villagers. And I seem to be eating pork chops. And let's just do this. So you can see it starts cooking and it's gonna put them in there when they're done. And I have this and whoops. Let's see, where are... Anybody see any feathers?
Feathers?
Yeah, where do we put the feathers?
I have 51.
Yeah, I have a bunch too. I want 0.
I'll take them. Yeah, put them in my stuff.
There we go. Cool. Everybody have arrows?
Yes.
You have everything you need to fight? So, we put some paths through here to help us understand where to go. Some interesting geological features over that way, but we are going this way. So, if you start following this trail, those are probably escaped cows. Then you start making your way through swamp. And we'll just... You know what? I'm gonna go underwater. It's faster. The water's not all that clean. And on this other side, the path continues. And looks like Dyson and ButterMan are, or at least Dyson is smarter than I am, taking a boat.
Oh no, Depth Strider 3. It's
Yeah, I
pretty
don't know what I have.
legit.
Yeah, so do I.
Yeah, I think you actually go faster in water than on land with Depth Strider 3. You'd have to fact
Probably.
check me on that.
I'm sure there's a Minecraft connoisseur in the chat that would know. So this path goes all the way over here. And if you think this is a long way, you haven't seen our first world. That we had to set up railway systems so that we could get from one place to another without destroying... I mean, at the time there was no elytra, but even afterwards, without destroying the elytra, flying everywhere.
Yeah, then we got mending, and that changed things.
Yeah, that did change. So I believe this is out where we got those donkeys. I'm actually pretty sure it's where we got the cows as well. And I see a beehive over there that maybe we'll pick up at some point. So this goes a long way over.
No, let's keep on going, Dyson.
And I believe
There's more pathway.
is a village out here. The village that we brought the villagers from was over in this area. It was this far away that we had to bring them from.
Yeah, just a bit further along the path and you'll get to the mountain that was drilled through.
So then up here, sometimes your trails hit a mountain, and so you just keep going through it. So I'm not sure if you guys can hear everybody's keys being hit. In Minecraft, if you hit your head on something when you jump, run, it knocks you back down to the ground and it makes you move faster.
And you didn't just go through one mountain, you went through two.
There we go. Now I can run again.
I apologize if on my end it is awfully clacky. I specifically got a keyboard that was clacky.
Yeah, so it took a little bit of time to drill through this stuff, but, you know, the side effect of doing so is it gets you lots of building materials. So that's always a good thing. And you'll see in these areas that occasionally there are chests and everything, and that's where we would store stuff when we ran out of inventory space. So, were there any people that play a lot of Minecraft in the chat? Yeah, so like here. And taking this over here, you can see that it is quite a ways over, and I believe
Yeah,
that
this works.
there was a lot of gravel up here. Yeah, and so that's what we'd come to mine over here, is to get the gravel. So did you guys keep going straight ahead?
Yes. Actually, wait. Dyson's at the top of a pillar.
Oh, okay. Hey. I'm too fast. And here are some nice horses. And looks like somebody's shooting at cows. So we'll
Yeah, the
pick that
cows
up.
were looking at me strange.
Were they?
Yeah, they had it coming.
What's down here? Huh. Keep some stuff from spawning in there. Looks like there's more cow over here. So how far are we away? Oh, it looks like it's almost about time to turn to night. So that's good. So we'll do this. We used to do this on the old world. We had this place, it was like a great hall. It was a giant thing on the side of a mountain. and down below was a desert, and the best place to go fight was in the desert because it was so flat. And so we would go down there at night and fight. And this was before the whole idea of having spawner farms and stuff like that was a thing. Let's see. So Dyson, you're on the tower. And ButterMan's there. Cool. So we should have things starting to spawn pretty soon. And it is a nice night. And we'll see if we remember how to fight. And here we go. You'll see them start popping up. They won't spawn within, there we go, within 20 blocks of you. But, so there's an Enderman. If you look at him, he will get mad at you. And here we go. We have the zombies starting to spawn in. Let's see who's coming from this direction. Cool. You can feed zombie flesh to your dogs. They like it. Oh, here we go. And that is a zombie villager. So if we cured him, he would like us. But looks like ButterMan is fighting an Enderman.
So I thought maybe I would fight without the armor. However, when I got knocked to half a heart, I changed my decision.
Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a bed down here. And I'm going to set my spawn.
Hello. I did that just because I don't want to run back for that distance.
Oh, you teleported?
Yeah,
Yeah.
we're streaming.
So here we go. Zombies. It's always fun when you start to get surrounded by stuff. It doesn't look like much is coming out of the woodwork here. In the desert, there would be just tons of things, and they'd be running around after you. But, you know. Oh, there's a creeper. And we do have pretty good weapons. So if you heard that hissing sound and you're not a person who's seen Minecraft before, yeah, what was about to happen is if I stayed near him, then he would have exploded and probably taken me with him. Lots of cows. Okay, there's another creeper. There's a skeleton who seems to have a magical bow.
We've got some friends at the bottom of your tower, Dyson.
Okay. And so you can see each of the mobs drops different stuff like you'd expect. And this is literally how we used to go and get experience back in the day. Okay, if you see there are about 9 creepers out there now. So we're starting to get the spawning to ramp up. And let's try and get these guys. There's a dude over there. There's a dude there. Oops. I used to be a better shot than this. There we go. So these little things are experience. And what it does for us, actually, since we... looks like everybody tried to hit him at the same time. Since we have mending on our items, is the experience points will go to mend your items. So you notice I have no damage to my bow or anything like that. That's because the mending is taking care of that for me. Let's see, skeleton, spider. There's a creeper way over there. Wow, let's prove how poorly I shoot now. They made some changes to the combat mechanics a few versions ago. And I'm just trying to get some guys together so that we can have some interesting fighting. And the big change was you couldn't spam your weapons anymore. So you had to wait a certain amount of time to... Who's shooting a... That was somebody hitting a...
Sorry, something about a horse?
Yeah, somebody killed a horse. It's not cool. That's against the Minecraft rules. And as you've seen, our bows are probably more powerful than our swords. Let's get that guy over there. Okay, here's some more guys. It's always funny to see a bunch of arrows go at the same dude. Let's see. So like I said, if it's the way it used to be, they won't spawn within 20 blocks of you. But outside that range, all bets are off. And I'm going to shoot over at this guy so he'll get mad at me. There, see how he teleports? You can't actually hit the Enderman with, there, I'm making him mad, with bows. So. And I don't think we've gone after the Ender Dragon on this world, have we?
No, we haven't.
Yeah, in the other world we actually have an Ender farm. And if you're going to fight an Enderman, what you want to do is hit them in the feet. Because they won't teleport away if you strike them in the feet. If you notice, they are picking up stuff. And basically what they'll do is they'll come by and they pick up blocks and effectively grief your world. So you're building something and occasionally you'll notice that something has been moved away. Yeah, it was an Enderman that came up and took that block and moved it. And there's a creeper. Hello, sir. There, we'll get him to blow up. There. So, I remember the first creeper we ever encountered. It was in that village that ButterMan was talking about on the other world. How we spawned in near a village that was in the desert. And the hole from it is still there. And here we go. So most mobs will despawn or burn up actually when the sun comes out. So zombies do and skeletons do. So any undead basically. Spiders don't, but they become neutral mobs, so they don't attack you unless you hit them first. And creepers stay, and they're still aggressive mobs. Are you trying to tame that horse? Oh, well, ButterMan just got himself a new horse. Yeah, Sabrina. Dyson was able to get on, I guess. She aged up in the eyes of Microsoft. Too many irresponsible pet owners just leaving llamas everywhere. That's right, Riley. And we have to take care of that for them, right? Why are you leaving him in there?
What horse?
Sorry?
What horse?
Here, we'll let the horse out. There we go.
Yeah, we haven't played Minecraft in, like, almost, like, what, 2 years?
Probably, yeah. Around there. So, like I was saying, the village that we originally got those guys from, I believe, is over in that direction there. So it's even farther. So we had to get those villagers, and I think we probably put them in boats and dug.
Yeah, we put them in boats, and that sucked.
Yeah,
that just sucked. It took like an hour.
Taking boats over land, and the first time they died. So we had to go back for new villagers.
And it died at, like, if you remember, like, the layout of the sort of town, like where the trees are, the wood stuff, that's where they died. They died right there. We could see the village.
And
That was
ButterMan
such
the
a
horse
letdown.
whisperer. Okay, so let's go ahead and ButterMan Dyson, is there anything that you think we should show everybody?
Well, if we had something cool in the nether, you know, we could show it, but it's only just mined out. Oh yeah, Dyson's new build. Great
That's
idea,
right.
Dyson.
Yep, and that's this way. That is a witch, that sound you just heard. I'm not sure where it is. So we'll just run through here really quickly. So, finding our way back to home base is sometimes a challenge. So that's actually the reason we have paths everywhere. And it also just makes it a little bit more immersive, having the paths. So, you know, I don't believe... Yeah, we haven't gone to the end yet on this world. So we don't have elytra or anything like that. But even on the other world, you know, we tend to walk more than fly, just because it's a little bit more fun. Thanks for joining, Susie, and I hope you have a good evening, and see ya. Let's see. Yeah, they're moving more quickly than I am. Okay. Hello, Piggy. So we'll hitch a ride. I think Dyson may be gathering, up some lily pads for her build on the way there. So we'll get back on the trail. Yeah, we thought it would be better to begin on Thursday with the brand new version on a brand new world, so that, you know, we don't have to worry about the terrain generation being different and all of that stuff, because we've gone through that with our original world, and after a while it just became too cumbersome. And we also thought it would be fun, since we haven't played in so long, to start with a new place, right? And sounds like there's a bat, so there must be a cave around someplace.
So that is actually in 4 days, then.
Yeah, it is. And so we'll set up a thing. We're going to set up an SMP server and hop on there, and have not taken a look at anything. I think I saw that there were camels now.
There are camels, and I know there are cherry blossom trees. That's all I know.
So, you know, like most times, we'll learn stuff organically, because that's the most fun. And if you see these cliffs up here, that is where Dyson's new build is. And once again, it was a work in progress. And was taking an enormous amount of terracotta.
Oh, I remember. Like, isn't that why we found the mesa? Was just to fuel the terracotta needs?
I believe so, yeah. The joy of climbing mountains in Minecraft.
Oh, there it is. Impressive as always.
And so we'll keep going. And you guys can see... Oh, we climbed the wrong mountain.
Yeah, it's over here.
You can see the scale of what was being built there. I believe I do have feather falling, so I should be fine. Yeah. So we'll walk through here, and it was funny because, you know, we're over there building and all that, and then Dyson would disappear for ages at a time. So you can see how big this thing is. And it's like, I wonder what she's doing. And then I forget why I came over here. I think Dyson asked me to bring her something or something like that. And then I'm like, whoa. And so the torches obviously are to keep things from spawning. This was done at a time when now it's... Things used to spawn if the light level in a block was less than 7 or 7.
And
I think it was less than 7.
They made the game so much, like,
Gentler.
easier.
Now it's it has to be 0, I believe, for it to spawn. So that's why there are so many torches in here. That was just to be sure. And some more llamas, as you can see. And so this looks like it would be some type of huge hall that Dyson would make, probably with different rooms, I would imagine. And then this is where the terracotta was coming into play. So, a pretty large endeavor here. What's wrong? What? You didn't finish it? Is that what it is? Okay. So, I'm not sure if there were going to be... Wait, where is Dyson? Were there going to be multiple stories here? On this level? and living quarters, and a cafeteria, and a llama pen. No? Okay. But this, basically one day it just showed up from our standpoint, working down there, and so that was pretty cool. And let's see. Yep. You can see the materials being used. And imagine Dyson put all of this here to beautify the place. She's saying yes. And so there's that. And let's see. On a clear night, you can just make it out from this location over here. So if you see, we'll run across the treetops here. You can see where it sits when compared to the rest of the stuff. That sound you're hearing is a zombie dying in the sun. So he must have followed me out. And so here's all of this. And right back to where we started. There is more stuff. You know, places that we mine out and all that across the ocean. But these are the basics of this world as it stood when we started or stopped working on it. The other world, oh, I don't know, it's probably 5 times or more as much stuff. And, you know, it's kind of funny because you can see the history that it went through on the different updates and everything. So Dyson and ButterMan, why don't you meet me over at the village, maybe?
Okay.
And so, yeah, that's right, Sabrina. It does look super cool and very impressive, Dyson. Doesn't this guy look like a bandit?
Yeah.
So why don't we come over here and we'll take a little family photo. Let's see, where would a good place be? Let's see. Yeah, I think this will be fine, right?
That looks good to me.
Dyson's trying to move the golem out of the picture. Is it F2 that does a screenshot?
I think so. And F1 clears your...
Yeah, everybody say cheese.
Cheese? No, butter.
And I believe that, yep, that took a screenshot. Cool. But hey, I think that unless there's anything else that everybody wanted to run through, I think we can say thank you everybody for joining us. We appreciate it. And yeah, so the next thing we'll be doing, we'll probably do a little bit of ARC early in the week, but then Thursday, probably around the same time, probably 7 or 8 o'clock, something like that, we will have a live stream where we will load up a brand new world and start punching wood on the new Minecraft release version. So we look forward to that, and we look forward to seeing you guys here. And yeah, so from our side, thanks so much for joining us. Thanks for being part of this, and we really appreciate it. And, you know, we hope you guys have a wonderful week. Please join us when you can. Share with your friends, and we really enjoy being here with you guys. And thanks for being so active in the chat. That's really cool to see. And so, for now, bye for now.